Well, hey there, this is Dave DuBeau from DaveDubeau.com with your latest episode of the DubeauShow. So I have to apologize, I've kind of been off track a little bit lately, haven't been as consistent with my videos as I'd like to. So I'm actually going to start taking my own advice, the same advice that I give to my clients, which is come up with a list of topics and then go through them in kind of order instead of being hodgepodge and all over the place. So for the next while, I'm going to be focusing on what my main focus is these days, which is attracting investors and raising capital, because that's really what I'm focused on helping people do. So for today's video, what I want to talk about is why so many real estate investors are stuck with one or two or maybe three properties in their portfolio, and that's about as far as they get. Now, that's a real tragedy because most of us get into real estate investing with big goals and aspirations and ideas in mind, and one, two, or three properties is great, but it probably isn't going to get us where we want to go financially. All right, so let's start at the beginning. My friend Peter Kinch wrote a book called The Canadian Real Estate Action Plan, and part of that book was really interesting. Well, the whole book's really interesting, but one part of it really stuck out for me, which is how few people in Canada have actually invested in revenue properties. Now, lots of people have bought their own homes, but that's different. I'm talking about actual investment properties. And according to Peter, only 4% of us actually buy properties as an investment. And the other 96% might buy their own home, but that's about it. So that's a very, very small number. So if you've got an investment property or you've ever been involved in an investment real estate type deal, pat yourself on the back because you're already in the top 4% of the population. Okay, but don't get too cocky yet, because if you're stuck with one or two or three deals, that isn't all that great either. So we also found that the good old Pareto Principle, or the 80-20 rule, also applies with real estate investors. I'm not sure exactly what the exact percentage is, but I'd say 80-20 is pretty generous. So that means that 80% of real estate investors are stuck with 20% or less of all the properties, all the deals, etc. And the top 20% of the real estate entrepreneurs own 80% of the properties. Again, why is that? Well, because typically most of us, when we're starting out in investing, we are what I call the Lone Rangers. We want to do it all ourselves. So we use our own cash, we dip into the piggy bank, and we self-finance our first deal, maybe our second deal, maybe our third deal, depending on how big the piggy bank is or where we're able to get some cash. But sooner or later, we run out of cash and or credit to do more deals, and then that's where we get stuck. Now, what do the top 20% do that the bottom 80% don't do? Well, they focus on working with other people's money. Investor partners, money partners, joint venture partners. They partner up with other people, they do more deals, they share the wealth, and they grow their portfolio so much faster than the Lone Rangers. All right, I've been a Lone Ranger myself before. It's not a fun place to be, or it's a very stagnant place to be. So bottom line, if you are interested in growing your portfolio and getting more properties and doing more deals, you need to start looking for investor partners and money partners. All right, there you go. So that's just kind of the big overview that I want to talk about today, getting back on track with these regular video updates. And on the next video update, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about when should you start raising money. So stay tuned for that. And in the meantime, if you'd like some free stuff, I've got some free stuff for you as well. So you can get the latest, most updated version of my soon-to-be published book, Magnetic Investor Attraction. You can get a pre-publication version of that, an ebook version of that. Just click on the button or the link that should be below this video. And then if you are an active real estate investor, you are actually have properties in your portfolio, you want to grow your portfolio, and you're either stuck with a couple of deals because you've been self-financing, or you actually have been working with some investor partners, but you're looking to do it faster and easier, then I would invite you to apply for a complimentary consultation with yours truly, where we can come up with a cunning plan on how to make that happen sooner rather than later, where you can get some clarity on your goals, help you get focused better, and come up with a blueprint on how you can attract investors and raise capital. So again, that is if you are an active real estate investor, you've got some deals under your belt. So if you're interested in that, there should be another button or another link below this video. And then I'd also love to hear your feedback. So depending on where you're watching this video, you may be able to type in some comments, something like that. Let me know what you think, any questions that you might have, and I will address those on future videos as well. All right, take care. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.